A deeply shaken Charity Dingle has left the village behind. The much-loved resident has been struggling ever since she was sexually assaulted by a local doctor. Following the attack, Charity went to the police and reported what had happened. Although the doctor was arrested and questioned, she was later released due to insufficient evidence after insisting that the encounter had been consensual. As if carrying that burden was not enough, Charity has also kept quiet about the doctor's blackmail. The threats began after the doctor discovered that baby Leyla is actually Charity and Ross's biological child. Those closest to Charity have started noticing her unusual behavior, but they believe she is suffering from post-natal depression. As a result, Sarah has been overwhelmed with guilt, convinced that she is somehow responsible for her grandmother's distress. During today's episode, Charity sought out Kane, and the pair opened up about the difficulties they have both been facing. She urged him to be honest with Moira and Liam about the latest developments in his cancer battle. And surprisingly, he took her advice and confided in them. Sadly, Charity has been unable to follow her own guidance. Still unwilling to reveal the truth, she later argued with Mackenzie. Although he was only trying to support her, his concern left Charity feeling increasingly trapped. Later, Charity sat alone in her car, unsure of what to do next. Overcome by emotion, she cried out in frustration before driving away from the village. In the next episode, Charity is seen alone beside a lake. Struggling under the weight of her secrets, she ignores repeated calls from Mackenzie, prompting him to report her missing to the police. A stranger eventually finds Charity and quickly realizes that she is in a very vulnerable state. The stranger encourages her to open up about everything she has been carrying, but will Charity finally share the truth? Tonight's episode of Emmerdale delivers major drama as Ross finally learns about Lewis's terrifying kidnapping ordeal. As he races to track down his missing brother, he uncovers a shocking truth about Lewis's biological father. But can Kev step in before it's too late? Elsewhere, Charity's emotional struggles worsen, while Jai and Kerry take action behind Caleb and Billy's backs. Ross is convinced that Lewis has gone away with Vinny, but his world is turned upside down when he receives a disturbing message. The note claims that Lewis has been kidnapped and will only be released if his father returns something known as Penny to the mysterious captor. Determined to avoid involving the police, Ross begins searching for Lewis's adoptive father, Jeffrey, but his efforts prove unsuccessful. Eventually, Liam is forced to reveal a bombshell. Kev is actually Lewis's biological father. Meanwhile, Lewis remains imprisoned by newcomer Kylie. She later arrives in the village and confronts Ross, revealing that Lewis is being held captive and will remain so until Kev returns Penny, which she describes as the most valuable thing imaginable. Later, Kylie warns Lewis that his life is hanging in the balance. Will he make it out alive? In an effort to locate Kev, Liam persuades Claudette to reveal where he can be found. She eventually gives in, leading Liam to discover Kev selling cakes from his van. Liam brings him back to the village, where Ross angrily blames him for putting Lewis in danger. Kev then explains that Penny is not a person at all, but a precious diamond he previously pawned. Ross insists that he retrieve it immediately, though it soon becomes clear that Kev may still be hiding the full truth. Elsewhere, Charity and Kane share a heartfelt conversation about the problems they are both facing. Charity encourages Kane to open up to Moira and Liam, yet she continues to keep her own suffering hidden from those closest to her. Believing his wife is struggling with postnatal depression, Mack confides in Chas that he feels helpless. Chas, meanwhile, feels guilty for concealing the truth surrounding Sarah and Jacob's baby. Tensions rise further when Mack attempts another conversation with Charity. At the same time, Jai becomes increasingly suspicious of Caleb and Billy's questionable money-making venture. Kerry also continues trying to repair her relationship with Jai after he discovered her involvement in scamming Caleb with Archie. However, Caleb notices their tense exchanges and begins to suspect that they are concealing something. Determined to uncover the truth, Caleb starts digging for answers, but will he expose Jai and Kerry's secret? Kev Townsend is heading back to Emmerdale, bringing plenty of drama with him, along with a long-buried family secret and, apparently, an impressive talent for baking. The unpredictable character first appeared last year as Robert Sugden's husband from prison. After faking an illness to secure an early release, Kev arrived in the village, hoping to continue his relationship with Robert outside prison. Unfortunately for Kev, Robert had already chosen to reunite with Aaron Dingle. For a time, Robert kept this decision hidden because he hoped to inherit Kev's money after his death, but maintaining two relationships soon became impossible. Heartbroken by Robert's rejection, Kev reacted dramatically by taking Robert, Aaron, and Liam hostage using a sword he had purchased from a pawn shop. Eventually, Kev accepted that there was no future with Robert and left the village without facing legal consequences for his actions. He briefly reappeared near the end of 2025 as part of John's elaborate revenge scheme, but ultimately decided to warn Aaron about the looming danger instead of becoming involved. That decision proved wise, especially as John's plan to eliminate Robert eventually resulted in the devastating Corriedale crash. Away from the Robron storyline, Kev also made the shocking discovery that Lewis Barton is actually his biological son. Although Lewis is still unaware of the truth, the secret could soon come to light when Kev returns to the village. Speaking about the possibility of Kev becoming a father figure, actor Chris Coggle explained that Kev would genuinely try to make up for mistakes from his past. He said that Kev had endured a difficult childhood himself, so stepping into a parental role would motivate him to correct some of the wrongs he experienced growing up. However, he admitted that fatherhood would not come naturally to someone like Kev. In today's episode of the ITV soap, which is already available on ITVX and YouTube, Lewis finds himself in grave danger after being abducted by masked men. As the new week begins, Kev learns that Lewis is in trouble and immediately wants to help. Chris revealed that Kev's first reaction is to dismiss the situation and ask to be left alone. However, once he realizes that Lewis's life is genuinely at risk, his paternal instincts take over and he feels compelled to act. Chris has said he is thrilled to be returning to the soap and is excited for fans to see Kev's latest comeback. When viewers next see Kev, he is running his own traveling cake business from a van called A Slice of Kevin. According to Chris, that's what Kev has been doing since leaving the village, and it may even become part of his future in Emmerdale. As for what else lies ahead, Chris already has an idea. He joked that he would love to see Kev eventually take down the powerful Tate family. And many viewers would no doubt enjoy watching that happen. Emmerdale is broadcast on ITV1 every weekday at 8 p.m, with episodes also available to stream on ITVX.